Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So very briefly this morning, the word I want us to talk about is Wasiy. We find that different forms of the word was used in the Quran 32 times. An example would be in Suratul Asr where Allah said, وَتَوَصَّوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَصَّوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. And in Suratul Balad where Allah said, وَتَوَصَّوْا بِالصَّبْرِ وَتَوَصَّوْا بِالْمَرْحَمَةِ. You see? And the word is translated to enjoining. You see, enjoining. But we also find Amr bil Ma'aruf being translated to enjoining good, you see. So Amr is translated to enjoining. I have plans to talk about Amr in a talk later, inshallah, one of these days. But what basically differentiates Wasiy from Amr, right? So Wasiy actually is said of a vine. You know how vines just go around trees in search of sunlight? They what do you call it? They join themselves, you see. They join themselves with the tree in search of sunlight. So this is that vining is what is called Wasiy in classical Arabic. It is that vining. It is this binding oneself. So when Allah says, وَتَوَصَّوْا بِالْحَقِّ, Allah is saying we should bind. And if you look at these vines, there are even some that have thorns so that you cannot even remove them. Because if you try to remove them, they have tiny thorns, they have big thorns, so that anywhere you touch, you will not be able to remove them because it will hurt you. So there is that protective layer, making sure that, and there are some that actually have tentacles that makes them basically glued to the tree or stick or wall or whatever they are. And this is the idea of Wasiy. And so when Allah is saying Wasiy towards truth or Wasiy towards patience, or Wasiy towards mercy, it's a very strong thing. And because I have a very short time, I also want to talk about Wasiyah, wills. You see, when we do wills, it's from the same root. It's from the same root. So that Wasiyah or wills is something that is supposed to join not just you and the people you're leaving behind, but the different people that Allah instructs us to. You see, when we say wills in English, it's just like an intention, you see. When we say bequeath, it's from quotes to quotes, see. So all of these words, they don't have these realities. And that is why they can just will all of their properties to one person or something, for instance. But with this idea of Wasiy, we have this, and Allah has mentioned those people, you see. So we have this reality where we understand what the purpose of wills are, or of Wasiyah are, you see, and the idea of why Allah wants us to hold on to truth and patience, you see. Allahumma salli ala sallim taslim.